Okay, guys. Hello. Well, what I want to do now uh, on your project is make sure that everybody knows how to build a melody. All right, and I'm simply going to do what any student in my class would do. Okay, for this particular project, which is build a melody on my already existing chord progression. So I shall assume that most of you have already built your 16 bar chord progressions, and since this is a progression that involves either two periods or two sentences or whatever, uh, more than one phrase, all right, each phrase is going to be 8 bars. So what I did over here is I built up a chord progression of 8 bars. You will notice that it doesn't have secondary dominants because it's simply because I forgot to put those in. Um, I'll show you at the end how to add some of those in actually, but right now I'm just gonna go ahead and build the melody on this particular chord progression. So if you take a look at the chord progression, I'm gonna say that I want this to be a period. Now, simply the and especially a parallel period. So what I have is I have one, which 4 6 4, 2 5 6 5, 1 4 6 4, 5 6 1. Um, so this is going to sound about this way. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and play it for you. Here's the 1, here's the 4 6 4, here's the 2, here's the 5 6 5, here's the 1, here's the 4 6 4, here's the 5, here's the 1. Okay? So, how do you create the melody? Well, we're gonna do it just like we do in our chorales. The difference between this chord progression and the melody is going to be the rhythm. My suggestion for you would be to create a melody that is based on quarter notes first. Okay, so I'm in 4/4. If you're doing a waltz, the boom chuck chuck type of thing, you're going to be in 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to insert notes that are that would perhaps create a melody. Okay, this is the first step. The what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose quarter notes. Let's see if I can get this keypad to appear. All right, uh, and then I'm going to go ahead and uh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to simply insert the chord tones of the harmony that exists in that particular measure. So my first chord is a C major, is a 1 chord. Alright, I have 3 choices. I can use G, I can use E, or I can use C for my opening note. I'm just going to go ahead and use a G. Okay, maybe I don't want to put it there, so I'm just going to go control arrow up and move it up an octave. Okay, and then I'm going to use a C. Okay, I don't want it there, so I'm going to just go control arrow down. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and use an E, and then I'm going to use another C. This is not going to be my final melody. It will represent just a sketch. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put in as many chord tones as I can, so I can have some type of melodic contour. Okay, so in this particular case, I get to my 4 chord. It's F A C, so I'm just going to go ahead and insert some of those notes. Here's a C. Okay, because I have it over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and I have it here, so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat it on the first beat, and then an F, and then A, and then a C. Okay, and then let's see, I'm gonna move that C down an octave. And then here's a D, a minor chord, so it's DFA. Here's an F. Here's an A. I'm just gonna put that A down. Sorry about that. Here we go. That's what I wanted. And then here's a D. And then D. And you've noticed it's shifted, so but that's okay. That didn't do anything. So my chord here is G, B, D, F. You might not want to add B because that would be two leading tones, and you might not want to add a F because there'll be two sevens. So I'm just going to repeat the D, and then I'm going to put the G, and then, and just simply for the purpose of contrast, I'm going to take this G down an octave. Okay, now I've established that this is going to be a parallel period. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same material from here, copy and paste. Very good. Copy and paste. And then I'm going to go back to measure number 3 here, and I will go ahead and come up with some notes that fit the 5 chord. Let's see, I'm going to use a D, the G, and I'm going to use a B on a weak beat, okay? That would technically double the leading tone, but remember, you're not going to have the left hand just sit over here as a chord per se for 4 beats. So for that particular beat, maybe the leading tone will not exist, and nonetheless, as long as you don't make it last, if it disappears after 1 beat, it's not gonna seem too it's not gonna appear to be too loud. Okay, so I have a leading tone that on my 3rd beat, and then I'm gonna put a D here, and then I have to resolve this leading tone eventually. So even though I'm still sitting on the D here, I'm gonna go ahead and use a C to resolve this leading tone. Alright, so let's see what kind of a beautiful melody I have. Okay, well, that's not too bad. You know, it's not great by any means of imagination, but it's not bad. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save my Sibelius file in case I lose it. Alright, so, very good. I'm just going to start you off with this, and then we shall look at another video number 2, on how to expand on this melody.